Alright, this is the third video today. I'm messing around with the torque converter. Torque converter, lockup clutch. Again, you'll have to excuse me, I just keep saying torque converter. I have the solenoid just turned off. Just 100% of the time off right now. Then I did a little driving. It definitely shifts a little bit different. It's not bad. It's just a little bit different. I think I might like it. Slowing down feels better to me from 30 mile an hour and down or so. I've really just adjusted to how this truck feels slowing down. I never hated it or had a problem with it. I just like it better without the clutch. So I think when I'm doing tuning, I'll turn the converter off anything below 30 miles an hour on deceleration. Now I'm fixing to do a wide open throttle pull. Tow haul mode is off, but the converter is just completely off. Curious how it'll sound going through the gears. With the clutch turned off. That was a light acceleration with the clutch turned off. If you go back to my other videos, you can probably hear how it did sound shifting under light throttle with the converter clutch on. Definitely sounds a little different, but I want to see how it pulls and shifts it wide open. So let's see what it does. Felt like it was possibly a hair slower, but I was going up and down hills and stuff there. Shifts perfectly fine. I doubt it's slower, but it felt like it might have been just a hair. I got too much going on to say. Really, I'm trying to do too many things at once to pay attention to how fast it actually is. If I get some more time, I might get my HP Tuner and Track Addict app out and time this thing with the converter on and the converter off. That'll probably be in the future though, when I actually can get Sam over and tune on this transmission and we can look more in depth at some of this stuff. But again, I'm still driving with the converter clutch off. And it drives a little different, but I don't dislike it. There's nothing about it that's bothering me, so I'm thinking I'm going to be able to go in and tune the clutch out. Probably make it run less than 50% of what it does now, and be able to blend something between the stock setting and how I want it, and the truck drive as good or better, and hopefully have a transmission that'll go, or a torque converter clutch that'll go over 200,000 miles. One guy suggested just changing the converter every 60,000 miles. They are not that expensive. The work, of course, is not necessarily all that easy. On my two-wheel drive truck, I have my transmission out in about an hour. I am a mechanic and have a transmission jack, though, and a lift. But it's really pretty easy on the two-wheel drive truck. Four-wheel drive truck's gonna be a little bit harder, but not horrible. So if you put 60,000 miles every few years, putting $1,000 in your truck every few years, just throwing a converter in there, it's really not that bad of a plan. The transmission with torque converter is what I got from GM, and it's over $3,000 to just buy it. Then there's tax and having it put in. So $1,000 every few years, or $4,000 to $5,000 every 4 to 5 years. Putting a torque converter in every few years is not that bad of an idea. But I'm going to try to tune mine. If I did nothing, it would still last a long time and be fine, but I really want to make some changes and see what happens here. So again, if you guys got ideas, anything to say about all that, shoot holes in it, whatever you want to do, put it in the comments so we can talk it out and I can get a plan together and tune this thing with the culmination of your ideas in mind and see how it all works out. Maybe we can come up with something awesome together to make these things last. Thanks again. Y'all have a good one.